All right, welcome to this training. I believe it's really a pleasure to have different leaders across to this training. We shall be able to start right away. We want to thank you for making it a point to be here. And I believe this training will be an amazing session for all those that have made it here. My name is Julius, and like I promised, last Sunday we did not make it because of some personal issues, but I said we shall make sure that every Sunday we come in here and be able to share some key important points that are key to make sure that as leaders we are able to grow. Happy to see you. We have Leader Kuris from Kampala. We have Leader Anix from Kampala. We have Leader OBM is joining us from Nigeria. We have Patrick Thawani. We have Rose, and we have, but I don't think Jay is able to hear. So I'll just keep everybody muted for the betterment of everybody. And then we start off with today's training. Today's training is a very sensitive topic, a very, very sensitive topic. And the topic is emotional intelligence. Basically, I want to first define what is emotional intelligence. It is the ability to receive and control your emotions. The ability to receive and control your emotions. As leaders, as we are in business, there are mainly three ingredients that are very important that I want to expound. One, a leader can be emotionally intelligent or emotionally strong if they have what we call self-awareness. Okay, you know, the topic I'm dealing with today is a very sensitive, powerful topic that you need in your daily life, that you need in your business and in your personal growth. Now, it is called self-awareness. I need to be aware of myself. What are my potentials? What are my weaknesses? And this can only be done by doing what we call self-assessing. You assess yourself. And if someone cannot be able to assess themselves, then it is very hard for them to be emotionally intelligent. Just a minute. All right. So you must be able to assess yourself and understand what is my strength and what is my weakness. And when it comes to self-assessment, it brings in what we call self-regulation, the ability to regulate yourself. And the ability of regulating yourself gets back to a very important, powerful area in life we call me managing me. As a leader, you must be able to manage yourself. Okay? Because if you cannot be able to manage yourself, it is very, very hard for you to lead others. I will just mute everybody because it seems, okay, so we move. There must be that ability of me managing me. Before you think about managing others, leading others, having others, and when it comes to me managing me, it gets back that you do what you are supposed to do, not what you feel you want to do as a leader. You must be able, if you want to make money and make continuous money, you must develop that ability of self-regulation, me managing me. And when we talk about this, it is to do what you are supposed to do, not what you feel you want to do. And that is self-emotional intelligence. Now, as a leader, when you decide to be emotionally intelligent, I want you to get back to the people you are working with and do what I basically could call find who are those people that are pretenders. In our business, we have so many people that pretend. Julius, what do you mean by pretending? Pretending that they want to be successful, pretending that they would love to make the money, pretending that they love the $500 every single day. And there are people also in your team that are not pretenders, that I would call our motto action takers. Now, before you start bragging of how many people you have in your team, identification is very important. And when I talk about people that are leaders and they're not pretenders, it gets back to a very, very important point in life to find out, because who is a leader? A leader helps to lift the load. If you want to identify someone in your team that is the leader, even you who's listening to me, even me who's speaking to you, do I help to lift the load? Because leaders help to lift the load. As a leader, I want you to ask yourself, are you lifting the load or you are adding on the load? Because as long as you are just adding on the load, you are not a leader. Now, before I go into details, let us look at what are the characteristics, 6 characteristics of emotionally strong leaders. Because in our business, we deal with emotions. In trading, in team building, we find emotions. Emotions when people are in profit, emotions when people are in floating loss. Now, what are the 6 major characteristics of emotionally strong leaders? 1, strong or emotionally strong leaders do not waste time feeling sorry for themselves. I'm talking about emotionally strong leaders. Emotionally strong leaders do not waste time in feeling sorry about themselves. You know, you can't mourn and lead at the same time. I want you to figure out, are you going to be part of the problem or you're going to be part of the solution? Because we have people in our teams that are part of the problem. Are you part of the problem or you're part of the solution? Because one of the most important point, they do not waste time. Leaders. Point number 2, they do not allow to be controlled by others. You know, there is a difference between listening to other people's opinions, understanding other people's challenges. But as a leader, you either lead or follow, full stop. It's very, very important. 3, they embrace changes. Leaders embrace changes and challenges. If you want to be a leader of your own life, you want to live an extraordinary life, you want to live a life fulfilled. We're talking about life fulfillment. I usually make a statement in my trainings and I say, you are not looking for money. And I want to be very, very specific. None of you here is looking for money, but you are looking for freedom. You are looking for comfort. You are looking for ability to provide enough for your family. Maybe you are looking to travel, but all that can be done by money. And so it is important for you to embrace changes and challenges in your business. That's what makes you a leader in your life. 4, do not worry about pleasing others. I've seen so many leaders who move away from the principles. They move away from the principles because they want to please others. I usually say, if you want to go please others, go and sell ice cream. This is not a people-pleasing business. You cannot be a leader who's just there to please others. You know, I have a philosophy that if I want you to achieve something, if you have listened to me, I will continue as I show you that whether you are around or not, life continues. But some of you, you are leaders in your own teams and you are patting people's backs. You reach even an extent to show them that without you, life cannot continue. Without you, my business cannot continue. Why are you doing a people-pleasing business? Go and sell ice cream. You know, becoming significant and making a lot of money deals with so many good factors that we are going to describe today. 5, strongly emotional leaders do not expect a quick fix. There are no shortcuts. I want to play for you a video. When I mean there are no shortcuts in life, I want to play for you a very important video. And I believe you watch it. I want you to look. There's no shortcut. I've seen so many people who have looked for shortcut even in a business, but I've not found one. Just a minute. Just a minute. I want you to look at this video. I'm going to share my screen right now. These are puppies, and they're supposed to feed. They're supposed to eat. And these puppies, they're supposed to go through the tunnel to reach the food they're supposed to eat. And let me play for you, share my screen. Okay, start the broadcast. And all right. Okay, beautiful. I may not be able to play it over again, but I will just drop it in the group. There's no shortcut to success. I've seen so many people who want to make it very, very fast. They want to find quick fixes. They want to make sure things happen. Ladies and gentlemen, emotionally strong leaders understand that. There's no quick fix. 6, emotionally strong leaders are not led by their emotions. They're not led by their emotions. They are led by calling. They are led by vision. They are led by purpose. I've seen so many leaders who are led by their emotions. And then they talk about results. They are led by vision. They are led by purpose. They are led by calling. So I want you to identify yourself. Are you a pretender, or you are a leader ready to lead yourself to your desired destination? Because you cannot lead others if you cannot lead by yourself. I say emotionally strong leaders have that ability to do what we call me leading me. And it's a very important business. Before I go to the next step, I've talked about self-awareness, assessment. You'll be able to assess yourself. And we talked about define yourself, all right? Be able to be this person who is doing what he's supposed to do, but not doing what you feel you want to do. Now, I want to go to a very important aspect of business and in life, and this is called motivation. Now, if someone wants to be very successful and to be an emotionally strong leader, they must be able to know what motivates them and keep doing the good work. I usually want to give myself when I got started in cryptocurrency trading. I listened to this guy by the names of CZ. And this guy says, I sold my house, okay? My mother never believed in me, okay? And I brought $1 million. $1 million. And I started Binance. Because CZ had the power with his $1 million by then to just buy Bitcoin, because it is the coin he had read. He had read the white paper of Bitcoin. CZ had the power to start new projects and be an investor, like founders of coins that I would mention. CZ had the power with his 1 million when he started to just buy cryptocurrency and keep them. But he had a motivation. Something that could keep him is to build an exchange to help so many people across the world access cryptocurrencies much more easier, much more faster. And when I listened to his call, I listened to another interview he did later, and Binance had made millions, billions of dollars. And he says, they asked him, you were a very successful multi-billionaire. And his focus was never money. Why? Because CZ had built a system that whenever you will use his exchange, he will get paid. It was not about his investment. It was not about his investment. He does no longer need to invest. But whenever other people invest, he will get paid. This was so powerful. I was motivated. I was motivated. And I told myself, maybe RoyalQ could be this platform that could allow so many people learn how to use the platform, and maybe I would get paid one day some good money. One day. I don't care whether now when I start, I'm not making some cool money. It is fine. But one day I'll make some cool money by helping others. Even when the market went down, I never stopped. Even when Bitcoin went to 15,000, I never stopped. Even when they said, remove your money from Binance, I never told anybody in my team to remove money from the exchange. Even when they said Bitcoin is going to go to 0, I stood by my word. Now, emotionally strong leaders have that important quality. What motivates you to keep doing the good work? And it doesn't start with having money. It doesn't start with having money, never. It starts with what motivates you. And unless you can find it, you may not be able to win in the long term. Now, let's talk about motivating. Because I've been on social media platforms and I hear so many people putting down the power of motivation. But let me talk about motivation. Now, what is motivation? Because you need to understand it as a leader. Motivating someone to do something that they are supposed to do so that they win is motivation. Now, we have basically 4 kinds of leaders, and I want you to judge yourself. Which type of a leader are you? 1, an average leader. Average leaders direct their people. Average leaders, they direct their people. Good leaders direct and explain to their people. They direct and they explain to the people. Excellent leaders, they direct, they explain, and they demonstrate. Let me repeat. Good leaders direct their people. Sorry, good average leaders direct their people. Good leaders direct and explain their people. Excellent leaders, they direct, explain, and demonstrate. And in the RoyalQ business, I would say you direct the people how they pick the signals. You explain to them how to use the signals. You go ahead on their Zoom and show them. You demonstrate how to use it. You are an excellent leader. But great leaders, they explain. So they direct, they explain, they demonstrate, and inspire their people. So the question is, are you an average leader? Are you a good leader? Are you an excellent leader? Or you are a great leader? It is important for you to inspire. Now, there are characteristics of a leader who motivates others. And these are very, very important. A leader who motivates others has different characteristics. One, a leader that motivates others is self-motivated. Is self-motivated. So are you a self-motivated person? I don't have an upline I run to. I'm self-motivated. I'm self-driven. It is me managing me. It's a personal growth. Now, a self-motivated leader has the right motives to motivate. Right motives to motivate. Julius, what do you mean by right motives? You don't motivate others by manipulating them. Julius, what do you mean by manipulating? If you discover someone in your team, his strength is in the trading aspect, you do not motivate them. You do not motivate them by telling them to sing. Then you are manipulating them. So right motives looks at motivating someone with their strength. With their strength. 3, an emotionally strong leader, we're talking about emotional intelligence, is a leader that creates a motivating environment. I want to talk about a motivating environment. What brings a motivating environment? One, and a motivating environment is an environment that lets people know what they are supposed to do. Let people know what they are supposed to do. It's a big topic, but let me break it down into 5 points. When we talk about what they're supposed to do, one, how to do it. Now, if people in your team do not know what they are supposed to do and how to do it, then it is a training issue. As a leader, create a training program for your people. Not for Julius. You're saying that maybe because people are in Leader Julius's WhatsApp group, please join that WhatsApp group, and you don't worry, Leader Julius will come and will teach. Are you lifting the load, or you are just adding on the load? If you are just adding on the load, you're not part of the solution, you are part of the problem. So stop, you a pretender, you are not a leader. You a pretender, you are not a leader. You don't just come and throw people to our groups because you know we shall do the work for you. You're just adding on the load. You are not. Leaders lift load. Leaders open pathways for their people. Don't just get my name and add me to your group and think I will be able to solve the challenges. Leaders adapt to challenges and changes. You need, since I've added Leader Julius to my group, he will do the work. You are adding, are you lifting the load, or you are adding on the load? Are you part of the problem, or you are part of the solution? And if you are just part of the problem, you are a pretender. You're a pretender. You are pretending that you want success. There's no shortcut. Stop pretending. Get into the game of what you are supposed to do. Because emotionally strong leaders, they're self-motivated. So how to do it? 2, why they should do it. I remember it came to the time that I lost almost all the people I started with Royal Q. They joined different scams. I remember it came even to a time my uplines, my grand uplines in Malaysia, they introduced two other companies. They started and they were like, please, you could just join us this side. We move the whole community from here to there. My uplines, and they talked about all nonsense that they could do by the moment. I'm sorry to use the word nonsense. But I understood that they do not know why they should do what they are supposed to do, because they are doing by what they feel, but they're not doing what they are supposed to do. It is a soul issue. 3, obstacles. Maybe the people in your team have obstacles that are beyond their control. Then it's a leadership issue. You as the leader, you are supposed to remove the obstacles. You're supposed to remove me. You're supposed to remove the obstacles. So focus on the solutions, not on the problem. Or maybe you don't care enough to do excellent work. And that is an attitude issue. You have a wrong attitude towards the success you are yearning for. You don't care enough. You do not care enough to find that the 20 people, the 10 people in your business know what they are supposed to do. You do not care enough. You have an attitude problem. When YouTubers and people spread news about how Binance will close, you are the first person who makes a lot of noise and how Binance will close. You have an attitude issue. You don't care enough about the success of your people. You have challenge with your personality. And then you are emotionally, you are not an emotionally strong person. So it is important that whatever you are supposed to do, do it. Move away from hype and start doing habits to success. Move away from hype. There's a big hype that you can be a multi-millionaire in crypto. It's a hype. But I want to warn you that unless you have good capital, it remains a hype. Some of you, maybe you think you'll wake up one day and you'll be a multi-billionaire in crypto because of the hype of the bull run. The bull run can come and go and your life never changes. Move away from the hype and do what you're supposed to do because you know what you're supposed to do. It is important that whatever you know you should do, do it. You know, most of the time we overestimate events. We can overestimate events like the Bitcoin halving, the ETFs, and we underestimate the process. And we refuse to do what we are supposed to do. In the last bull cycle, I know someone who made $2 million in a gap of 6 to 8 months. I know in the bull cycle, you will be putting your coins in a cycle mode and they'll be buying and selling and you'll be enjoying every volatility that happens on the market. Every small up and down, you'll be enjoying. But I have a question. if your capital will be less than $10,000, if your capital will be less than $100,000, if your people will be having $10 as capital, 100, 200, it will not be significant to you. So I want you to be an emotionally strong leader. I want you to go and become a great leader who directs, who explains, who demonstrates, and also inspires. Why is it that it is so hard for you to post your results? Why is it so hard? Why do you think when you post your results, you are helping someone? And you're asking yourself, why is my team not growing? Because you as a leader, you don't have anything challenging you. And you think when you post your results, you are exposing how much you are making. Since you have been in our groups, you don't post results. Yet results don't have names. You are asking yourself, why is your team moving slow? They don't have any importance of you are not inspiring them. You personally, you're not getting out of your comfort zone. Let me tell you something, guys. Whenever I post my results, I want them to be better than they were yesterday. And every day, I take actions that could help my results get better because I want to post better results every time I post. It is my personal challenge. But you think when you have your results in royal queue and you don't post, you are helping maybe Julius, you are helping me by not posting. You are not a great leader because the people you brought in the business are watching you, not me. They are watching you. Yes, thank you so much. You were able to direct them where to find the signals. Thank you so much. You were able to explain to them how to use the signals. Thank you so much. You took them on Zoom and demonstrated to them how to use signals. But you are becoming a useless leader because you can't inspire them. They're watching you, they're not watching me. You don't post either your trading results nor your team building results to get a better difference so that you could get personally challenged by your personal results, to get you to look at, to face your challenges so that you could do more, so that you could stop not doing what you feel you want, but doing what you're supposed to do. You're not doing this for Julius, you're doing this for yourself. And I want to promise you as I come to the end, if you don't do it, either 200 years from now, if you don't do it, either 200 years from now or 500 years from now, there will be someone from your family that will say, enough is enough, and he will stand out to be a leader, like Sisi. And he will take up an opportunity like we have for our time to introduce so many people to cryptocurrency, direct, explain, demonstrate, and inspire. They will get inspired by your results, not my results. You cannot just keep on talking and talking on how the business works. Yet you cannot post your personal results in your small group. Your personal result. You need to stand out. You need to become an emotionally strong leader. Like I said, emotionally strong leaders are not there to please. So if you are interested in pleasing others, go and sell ice cream. Get out of people's business. Your role, your purpose must be big enough to help as many people as possible to be successful. But you can't help other people to be successful when you are emotionally weak. You need to be emotionally strong. You need to be self-motivated. You don't need to be pampered every time and time over time on what you're supposed to do. It's about you. Like I said, if you don't do it, 200 years from now, there will be someone who will stand out and be able to do it. All right. Thank you so much for joining our Sunday leadership call. See you again next Sunday, same time at 9 p.m. East Africa Standard Time. This training has been recorded onto our YouTube channel, The Crypto Ambassadors. Find time and listen to it and make your personal decision about it. It's about you and your personal decision. God bless you. Thank you, different leaders who have joined, and have a perfect new week. Thank you, everybody, and bye-bye.